Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and yeah, it's finally time for a new video. I'm a little bit sorry that I've been lacking videos lately, especially since it is the month of October where I only watch horror movies. So it's a little bit of a shame that I haven't made a video yet about like horror movies in general. I did make my top 10 favorite horror movies from the year 1996 and 1997. Well, I'll eventually continue with 1998 and 1999 as well. But for this particular video, it's going to be a review video or like a horror review video or horror movie review. And it's the movie I'm going to make a review of today is the movie called The Deaths of Ian Stone. Damn, sorry for the glare. Uh, yeah, the cover doesn't really say very much either, but this is a movie from 2007, I believe. And this was actually produced, I believe, by Stan Winston. So this has to be like some of the last things that he ever was involved with in general. This one is also directed by Dario Piana. What's his name? Dario Piana. I've only seen one other film by this guy, and he made that film called. It was some sort of giallo film from the 80s. Now I completely lost my mind what that movie was called. But anyway, this movie is basically about this guy called Ian Stone, hence the title, the deaths of Ian Stone. So the title alone is sort of a little bit of a spoiler, you could say, but at the same time, you kind of know that from the get go. So it's about this poor guy called Ian Stone. He plays hockey, and then after a while, he kind of like wakes up and he gets into this other like reality in a way, and he gets pursued by these creepy looking creatures. I'm not really sure. I think there's meant to be some sort of demons, I believe, and they constantly want to kill him. So he kind of gets killed off over and over and over again, and he has to figure out how to get out of this whole entire mess, basically. And so he doesn't really know who he can trust, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it because the thing is, I don't want to spoil it because I feel this is really a film that you should know as little as possible about. But yeah, that's basically like the whole like premise of the film, that he kind of like relives all these terrible things over and over again and has to like get out of that scenario or like that situation. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the storyline. So I think the storyline is very interesting. I mean, you could sort of say it's all a bit similar to Groundhog Day a little bit. I mean, sort of like that whole vibe to it, but more like a horror type of feel to it, which I really appreciated because I think that might have been done later on. I think there was some of the more modern ones that were made in like the 2010s that did a similar thing. Was it like Happy Death Day or something, or whatever it was called? I've not seen that film yet myself, so I can't say anything about that. But this is one of these films that I've always wanted to watch because I remember this one was. They constantly showed this on one of the movie channels back in the day, but for some weird reason, they always decided to show this in the middle of the night, and that always really. I was just really angry at that because obviously I couldn't stay up the entire night for that. Um, so I was really glad to get all of this film eventually. I mean, it's been unwatched in my collection for quite a while because that's what happens when you collect movies. But I would say also the acting is decent enough for what it is. I mean, maybe not the best, but I mean, it's really good for a more low budget type of film. I guess it was low budget. I'm not really sure because I think this was part of the seven movies to die for collection or whatever you want to call it. Um, and I don't think I think I do recognize some of the actors in this film, but I don't really know from where, which is really messing around with my head right now. Um, the effects are so from time to time. I mean, there's some practical stuff that I really appreciate, and there's some CG as well. You would expect a movie from the 2000 that the CG was probably going to be really terrible, but I mean the CG is okay for what it is. I mean, it's not terrible, like laughably bad or anything like that. It's still decent enough for a movie like this. But I mean, it's not the greatest either. As for the camera work and all that, I think that was really like it feels very 2000s in a way, like very like fast paced, like editing in general. Some people would really despise that, but I don't mind that very much in general because I feel this is a movie that is never boring at all, and you're always on the edge of your seat while you're watching this film. And you don't really know what's going to happen next. That's something that I really appreciated with this film because I watched this with my dad actually, and he's usually not a big fan of horror movies in general. But even he said that he enjoyed this film, and like I think we were both in agreement about this, that the movie itself is very, like, you can't really know what's going to happen next, and some of the like newer films in general, you kind of like can predict what's going to happen like pretty early on in the film. But in this case, I was like, what is going to happen right here? Because I wasn't really sure if this whole scenario with him like dying, if that was some sort of like thing that he was stuck in like a coma or something and had to fight himself out of that scenario. So I think it's a film that you can really analyze and probably watch lots of times, and I would definitely see myself rewatching this in the future, because I think this is probably a film that you can discover more new things about eventually if you rewatch it, like one of those films. So the rewatchability for this film is really high as well, especially for me at least. Um, but yeah, what else can I say about this film? I mean, the lighting from time to time can be a little bit so-so, but I think it's meant to be like that. I mean, you can like criticize the lighting for like, oh, you can barely see from time to time what's really going on, but I mean, that is also sort of like the case, because the entire thing with him is that his memory is just very foggy, and he doesn't really know where he is from time to time, and I think that more adds to the atmosphere than anything else. So I wouldn't necessarily say that's bad lighting, because I think it was meant to be bad lighting from time to time, like in sort of like specific scenes and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, the deaths of Ian Stone, I really appreciate this one, and I'm a little bit of ashamed of myself that I haven't seen this film before, until today actually. I don't think this director did anything else after this. I can be totally wrong, so don't quote me on that. But if this was the last film he directed, that's really a shame, because I've enjoyed both of those films I've seen by this guy before. So yeah. But anyway, the Deaths of Ian Stone. This is I was debating on giving this a 7 or an 8, but just based on the fact that I'm probably gonna watch this anytime soon, I decided to give this an 8 out of 10. So obviously this is not for everyone. I mean, some people really despise these like dream type of horror movies, or like hallucination type of horror movies, if that makes sense. But yeah, I really appreciate this one. So if you're a fan of 2000s horror movies like that, go check this one out. I think this is very underrated, and I don't really hear anyone talk about this one in like around YouTube these days at all. So I think this is probably a little bit of a forgotten movie in general. But yeah, The Deaths of Ian Stone from 2007. So that's it. That's my review for The Deaths of Ian Stone. I'm not really sure if I can say the title because of the whole weird YouTube censorship going on these days, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, thumbs up. You leave a comment or two. Have you seen this film? Do you agree with my opinion, or do you disagree? Please let me know in the comment section. And if you would like to follow me on YouTube and see similar videos like this in the future, like horror reviews, top 10 lists, collection overview videos, whatnot, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you want similar content like that in the near future. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this particular review or this video, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.